getting it down to brass tacks, it was a mere poster campaign. And compare it to Shepard Fairey's pro-Obama poster campaign, which elicited no condemnation from the establishment whatsoever. It shows you how petrified the establishment is of a mere poster campaign, of merely the slaves standing up and saying that they are the resistance and they will not tolerate this endless fealty as a march of big government accelerates. But this is bigger than Obama. It's about sending a symbolic message of defiance to those who believe that they have the divine right to micromanage every facet of our lives while turning Americans against each other. You know, now they're trying to ban the incandescent light bulb. I mean, for God's sake, if they can ban a light bulb, if they can ban you from purchasing a light bulb, they can basically order you to do anything. And it's not just about homeland security either. This march of authoritarianism is global in its reach, as you well know. So whether you're in the United Kingdom, America, Europe, or wherever, you can get involved in this campaign, and the message is universal, that you are the resistance, which is what's printed on the flyers. And it's about, you know, getting beyond the powerlessness, the inferiority complex, the pessimism. The occupied French, the French resistance, knew that they were living in tyranny, and the vast majority of them became frustrated at this same feeling of hopelessness and powerlessness that many of the listeners and the readers of our websites feel today. But as we quoted from Matthew Cobb's book about the French resistance, which I'm reading at the moment, quote, "The V campaign meant ordinary people could feel they were doing something, however symbolic, to protest against the occupation." And that's why the French in Paris and other occupied areas spent their time scrawling, spray painting, posting up this V symbol, which was later used in several movies, television series, right up until the past couple of years, as this universal historic symbol of resistance. So instead of, you know, sitting in front of your computer screens, leaving negative, pointless comments about how we're all doomed, about how we can't do anything, and, you know, wallowing in your own lack of self-respect, as some still do on a regular basis, why not actually try and join in on this V for Victory campaign? You know, why not stop just for a moment justifying your own apathy and laziness by telling yourself, you know, that peaceful action can't achieve change, and remember that there are countless examples throughout history where it has done exactly that. Not only with the French resistance, but, you know, what if Martin Luther King would just have, you know, been laying about moaning about how you can't change anything without guns and bombs? Would black people still be getting hosed by water cannons and sitting at the back of the bus? You know, Emily Pankhurst, pick whoever you want. Did she write letters about the futility of attempting to change anything, or did she stand up and get the job done? You know, hiding out in your shack and claiming you're part of some militia, when in reality you spend your time on message boards attacking anyone that bothers to do something, just doesn't cut it anymore. People try to denigrate the simple action of this campaign, and ones like it, like the Obama Joker campaign, which was a massive success, which is why the establishment had to demonize it to such a degree. The reason why this is important, I mean, why do you think Homeland Security feels the need to put up their posters, to put up their telescreens in Walmart, and their messages with Janet Napolitano, Big Sis, telling us to live in a constant state of fear? Why do they do it? If it has no effect, why do they do it? Because it indoctrinates and coerces obedience from the general public. Our tactics are no different from Homeland Security. The only difference is that their method of indoctrination is fear. Our method of indoctrination is freedom and, reasserting ourselves as free-thinking individuals who refuse to be cowed by fear, which is the fear of expressing our right to dissent because we dread the consequences of the local tattletale reporting us to Big Sis. This is what the V campaign is all about. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for more on The Alex Jones Show live at prisonplanet.tv. Don't go away.
New year, new way to smoke, and it's totally wicked. Introducing Totally Wicked e-liquid electronic cigarettes, the highest quality e-cigarettes in the world. With Totally Wicked e-liquid cigarettes, there's no flame, no secondhand smoke, no carbon monoxide, no tar, no unsightly brown teeth or fingers, and no lingering smell. Totally Wicked e-liquid cigarettes have a battery charge that lasts up to 8 hours. Plus, with a Totally Wicked Tornado model, the average pack-a-day smoker is likely to save over $1,000 a year. The Totally Wicked Tornado provides a storm of vapor. See it at totallywicked-eliquid.com. That's totallywicked-eliquid.com. Or call 888-761-9425. Get a 15% discount with promo code GCNLive. Go to totallywicked-eliquid.com or call 888-761-9425. That's 888-761-9425. Or online at totallywicked-eliquid.com. Totally Wicked e-liquid cigarettes, the next generation of alternative smoking.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw of free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power. A gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Is it really possible to get out of debt without payment plans or attorneys? 18 years ago, we developed a program that has made thousands debt-free in just 90 days. It's called Zero Debt in 90 Days, and it works for all credit card debt, medical bills, even collection lawsuits.
When I first joined, I was being sued. So I used the program methods, and after filing one piece of paper, the collection lawsuit was dismissed.
With Zero Debt in 90 days, your success is guaranteed in writing. There is no other program of its kind. Don't be alone when creditors gang up on you. Let our team of experts provide the resources to fight back and stop creditors in only 90 days, guaranteed. Prevent wage garnishments, bank levies, and stop collection calls with our proven program. Call Zero Debt in 90 days now, 800-477-9256, and ask for free information from an expert who also completed our program. 800-477-9256 or ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. 800-477-9256 or ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com.
Watch me! Watch me! I got it! Watch me! I got it! Hey!
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show, January 21st, 2011. It's the launch of the V for Victory campaign. Download your flyers now at prisonplanet.com. Now, we've got the Google search terms for today, and these are the terms that will push our article on this V for Victory campaign right to the top of Google Trends, which will then make other news publications, blogs and websites write about this campaign. It gets it out to the wider internet audience that goes beyond our own websites. Here are the Google search terms. You are the resistance. You are the resistance. That's number one. Number two, occupation of America. That's occupation of America. Google search term number three is V for victory. That's V for victory. Hit Google with those terms over the course of today, and inevitably, as they always do, they will rise to the top of Google Trends, and not just our websites, but anybody else who chooses to write about the campaign will get the traffic, and more people will find out about this V for Victory campaign. Now, what's the reaction going to be? You saw the reaction with the Obama Joker poster campaign, which was basically blind panic, which shows you how afraid of the people joining together and simply asserting their freedom the establishment really is. By putting these V symbols everywhere, it becomes a potent display of our power, our effectiveness to influence the collective unconsciousness and literally change minds and society for the better. Homeland Security does it. If it was worthless and had no effect, why are they putting telescreens in Walmart? Because they're trying to coerce obedience out of people. They're trying to change society for the worse. We're going to use the exact same tactics, but in the spirit of freedom, in the spirit of the French resistance. And there's another reason why V for Victory, why our campaign is infinitely more powerful than theirs, than see something, say something, snitch on your neighbor. And it's because our approach is based on the solid bedrock of historical resistance to tyranny. You know, it's based on everything that America is supposed to stand for. Their whole approach is based on a contrived fraud that through endless repetition and mind control, they've hoaxed millions of Americans into believing. You know, just like Reds under the bed or weapons of mass destruction. And that is, of course, the fear of terrorism. Now, I routinely refer to the report of Ohio University's John Muller, who wrote a white paper called A False Sense of Insecurity, in which he writes, quote, "For all the attention it evokes, terrorism actually causes rather little damage, and the likelihood that any individual will become a victim in most places is microscopic." And I compiled a list several years ago in this article of some things that are more likely to kill Americans than terrorists, okay? Here's a little list for you. And this is why the DHS fear campaign is completely ridiculous and debunked on the face of it. Peanut allergies every single year kill more Americans than terrorists. Accident-causing deer every single year kill more Americans than terrorists. Of course, the deer could be with Al-Qaeda. That's yet to be confirmed. Okay, drowning with swimming pools. All of these things individually cause more deaths of Americans per year than any act of terrorism per year, on average. Okay, lightning strikes kill more people, more Americans than terrorists. Yet, we don't live in constant fear of accident-causing deer and peanut allergies and drowning in swimming pools. There aren't constant announcements at Walmart about the Al-Qaeda deer coming to kill us all. Yet they always claim more lives than terrorists. And what's even more ludicrous about how the DHS exploits this fear, which is completely contrived and a massive hoax, is that in the most recent PSA about, you know, terrorists targeting hotels, they even go to the lengths to point out that, you know, Martha's 5-bedroom bed and breakfast out in the middle of nowhere is also